The courts will decide whether he committed these murders or not. But we can show you the evidence that they have assembled.
Tonight, we are giving you a look at the new Dateline episode featuring what NBC calls never-before-reported evidence in the Moscow murders case.
The trial for the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students in 2022 is set to start in Ada County in August. Abby Davis talked to Dateline correspondent Keith Morrison this afternoon. And Abby, what can people expect from the episode this week?
Well, the 2-hour special, The Terrible Night on King Road, will air right here on NBC tomorrow night. Morrison says it'll help clear up the timeline of events the night before and morning of the murders.
This is all in the possession of law enforcement, but it's been held pretty close to the vest.
Ahead of Dateline Friday, correspondent Keith Morrison sheds light on new details he says will be revealed in the Moscow murders case.
It has not been out in public at all.
The special comes 2.5 years after University of Idaho students Madison Mogen, Kaylee Gonzalez, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin were stabbed to death in an off-campus home.
We don't know why he would have selected the people he selected.
Brian Koberger, the man accused of the murders, will stand trial in Ada County in August. Morrison says Dateline is sharing photos, videos, and other digital materials from the investigation into the murders for the first time. Specifically, this video NBC obtained of a white car investigators say was seen in the area around at the time of the killings.
We're able to tell you what kind of material Brian Koberger was downloading on his phone, who he was calling, where he was calling from, when he was calling, what his timeline was, what his interests were.
Dateline also interviewed former U of I students, including a woman who says she met Koberger at a pool party just months before the murders. Koberger was a graduate student in criminology at nearby Washington State University at the time.
I definitely felt a little obligated to chat with him because to me he seemed a little awkward, kind of like you might expect for a PhD student who didn't know anyone at the party and was maybe trying his best to kind of get out there and be social and make friends.
Morrison tells me they spoke with criminology and genetics experts, as well as a woman who says her daughter was supposed to be in the house that night. Do sources have concerns about any of the evidence, specifically the DNA on the knife sheath, or how the evidence was collected by law enforcement?
We did talk about that. We got into it in some detail. It may not have been quite in the rule book, but in a case where they felt that there was a significant public interest in finding the answer, they may have gone outside the rule book to get the information they did.
Ada County District Judge Stephen Hippler recently denied Koberger's attempt to throw out evidence law enforcement says led them to him. Like us, Dateline has been following this case since the very beginning. This is the show's third episode about the murders. And again, you can watch the special tomorrow at 8 p.m. right here on KTVB. Morgan and Brian.
There certainly is a lot of interest in this case across the country.
Yes.
It has been for many months, many years, actually.
Yes,
at this
years.
point. So we're looking forward to it. Thanks, Abby.